Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and a place some of the game's immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, the Rebels taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cornhuskers will put total weather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rebels offense will get first crack at it here. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. And the Rebels hit it quickly to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Hunt is in the air. Wants to bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So Nebraska's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly complete. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now the play fake. And down he goes back at the 3.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw on that blitz, they had no shot at blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback and come up with a massive sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room. The Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They feed him again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Red pass, it's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And the Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Marches ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Quick completion on the out. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for a deep man. Touchdown, Husker! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated.
There he goes. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. On his feet at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. On the run, it's Haynes.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the 1st down, and really starting to play physical.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Grabbed in the middle. It's Haynes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. Looking to fire. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the run, it's Flowers. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
6 remain. 6 remain. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Snags it over the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Well, Little Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like having a habit of which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the 1st half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. He's finally... Not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Cornhuskers are threatening in the red zone. Off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
They're going to run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, going to the air. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Handoff to the fullback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sticks it in his belly. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Give to the fullback. Got some room in it to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Husker! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tulsa overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Golden Hurricane tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. All that speculation all week, and now we know But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They go to the ground. Turning it on. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Well, another big incompletion on 3rd down now, and if you're the head coach, I wonder if you start thinking about making a change at quarterback because you don't have any points. You haven't been able to find any rhythm in the passing game. You're in the second half now, and you've got to be able to find a spark, and you just wonder if maybe the backup can give that to your offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He unleashes a long one. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Defense looks like they're coming. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Dumps it off in the flats. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going for the big play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks to...
Breaks into the open. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Quick toss. Touchdown, Nebraska! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it, running back catches it. I'll take this, I'll do the rest, but it was a great read by the quarterback.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Flowers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Got his man. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some experience.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. He's got it near midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right.
Pass interference. Defense.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period.
Military stun! Military stun! Ink! Ink!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They want to run this quarterback. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Haynes. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Snap it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The give on the option. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husker! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well yet. They can't run it. They can't throw it consistently. This defense is definitely reminiscent of those great Nebraska black shirt defenses in the past.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the 45. And there he goes. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. On the move. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. We started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense wants to bring the heat. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Hand off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. There he goes. Open it up. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
It's complete on the right side. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. He'll keep it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here today.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. He wants to change this route. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary.